Welcome back to Mr. Moon has left the building with me and my old mate Addy. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Sam. How you doing, mate? It's been a while, isn't it?
Well, it's been a year. We've had a year off. And I think we've been pushed back into it. I think by the week's events, we finally lost their tether and said we need to vent our anger at West Ham.
It's our final straw. The straw that broke the camel's back, as they
Which
say.
we're talking about, obviously, the Kudus. The Kudus transfer to Spurs, which we'll go into in a bit. But where have we been, I suppose? Why didn't we didn't come? We weren't here last year. Things just happened. We just didn't do it. What did you make of last year? I want to do a little bit of a season recap of last year. Obviously, 2 managers. You went to a lot of the games.
Yeah.
Did you go a lot of away games last year?
Not as many as I have done in previous years. And I guess, to be totally honest, towards the end of the season, you're just getting a bit fed up with it, to be honest. But I mean, start of the season, obviously, the appointment of Lopetegui, I think, just set the tone, didn't it? It's just classic West Ham, looking for an
cheerful,
cheap option, and it's a bit beyond a joke. So that was no one who any of the
I saw it coming, and I hate to say it because I actually pulled up my messages to the groups in the pre-season last year when I went to Jacksonville. I sat through that first game there, and I said, "This man is not our man."
I remember you telling me.
And people said, "You're an idiot. You can't see it from there." I don't know what it was that I saw that day, but I saw everything that I needed to know, and my opinion never changed. He was a drain on the club, that man.
And I was going to say, even after 5-6 games, you were adamant that he was not going to turn things around. It was
I don't know what it was, actually. I can't even really say what I thought it was about Lopetegui, that he just didn't have it. And let's be honest, look, all of us started last season pretty hopeful after our signings. We had a big splurge. I don't think there was one West Ham fan that saw what eventually came. But that splurge was on outrageously bad players. Like, when you look at it, like, what on earth did we buy? It reeked of no planning. We took the oldest squad in the Premier League to make it older, which is like, it's outrageous.
Oh.
And look, we wouldn't be sat here saying it if it had all worked, but it didn't. Again. And
that's the thing. Again.
Last season, was it, for me, I think it was the worst I can remember for many, many, many years, where it was unwatchable. Like, the football was so bad. It looks like we got a load of old players that don't really care about the club anymore. And I think it is hard to, because I don't think any player really cares about any club now, to be honest with you. But where do you think we go? What went wrong last year, do you think?
Well, ultimately, I guess, and it's obviously easy to say in hindsight, but the signings we made were just the wrong players. They hardly added anything to our team last year, and they was in the wrong position. So, like centre midfield, we've been crying out for improvements in that position. Power, pace, a bit of dynamism for years. That's what we needed, and yet instead we get 32-year-old strikers, 17-year-old wingers, just players who are
Guilherme. I'm hearing this week that he might be going, but he don't want to go. If someone would offer £1 for him, I'd take it. He looked absolutely useless. I know people are saying in the last game he looked okay. Basically, he had a run, basically, and everyone's gone, oh, well, maybe. He doesn't look good.
Yeah.
He looks, do you know what that signing reeks of to me? That we've been absolutely had over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think he went out Stuyton, he went out to Brazil so many times. I think it was a case of he had to sign someone to justify all the trips to Brazil.
Probably got a missus over there or something.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like,
So yes, so the signings, the players that we brought in, ultimately, they might on paper they might have looked all right, but ultimately, maybe 1, 2 of them worked. Even Kilman, like for the amount of money
I
we
think
paid,
I think Kilman's poor. I really do. I don't
like
think
for the
he's good
amount of
enough.
money we paid for him, he's a steady defender.
Yeah,
He's
and
not
sorry,
40
actually,
million pounds.
I'll say I think Kilman's poor on the money we paid for him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like the money we paid for him. We got over without a doubt. There's no way that man is worth that much money. What was it? 45, 41?
Something like that. Yeah, it's big money. And
Todibo. What do you think of Todibo?
Don't get me started on him. Do you know what? I think I said I can't remember who it was, but in one of his first games, I remember one of the other team strikers like having a shot, and he sort of cowered away like that. And from that moment, I said he's not a defender. Like he was like scared of the ball in like one of his first games, and from that,
he's not a Premier League defender, in my opinion.
And he is. Do you know what? And this is probably a bit controversial, but I actually think Mavropanos is a better defender than Todibo is. He's not better.
I don't disagree, and I think Mavropanos is awful. Right. So if we were West Ham fans thinking that we think Mavropanos is a good defender, we don't.
No. But I think he's a better defender. Todibo's a better footballer, but I think Mavropanos is just as good, even better, probably at defending. Todibo's so poor.
Like, I know what people say. Well, he's good on the ball, like a Gerd, right? He's good on the ball. Kerrer, another one, good on the ball. The ultimate thing about a defender is you have to be able to defend, right? Yeah. When you cannot, the fact that he comes out with his socks rolled down, like that tells you everything about his lackluster way he goes. He's so slow about things. He wants to portray that he's the cool, calm, and all that. You can do that if you're Bobby Moore. Or Rio Ferdinand, and you are mustard on the ball. But when you're not, you look like a tit with your socks rolled down. And I think that angered me a lot with him. Obviously, there was a lot of fallouts, it seemed, last year and he had the big one with Lopetegui. Obviously, we then go and replace him with Graham Potter. What is your view on Graham Potter so far?
Well, I didn't want him before we got Lopetegui. I didn't want Potter.
No.
So obviously, I would have taken you as manager after Lopetegui.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To be honest, so I was actually quite pleased because I just thought,
it's a new face.
It's a new face.
I was as well, actually.
He is a bit proven. He done well with Brighton. I wouldn't say he was too exciting, but he done well with Brighton. So I was pleased. And I did think there was not a bounce. There wasn't a new manager bounce, but they looked more organised. Organised in defence. Didn't look as though we were going to concede as much. And the first few games, I was a bit optimistic. I think we beat Fulham quite early, didn't we, in one of those first games? But then it just went completely flat. Like we never looked like we was going to score a goal. And the football just was so dull.
It was garbage, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like, what is he coaching?
What's West Ham's style? Could you? We've been through 2 managers now. Could you tell us?
The old West Ham way, you mean? No clue. I've no clue what they're trying to do, and I mean, both managers seem to persist on trying to play out from the back with players who can't play out from the back,
or a keeper that can pass it. The Areola. I've got to say, I like Areola, right? So I do like him. I think he's a fantastic shot stopper.
I do too.
He is one of the worst goalkeepers I've ever seen with his feet. Long and short. Now,
I agree. Agreed.
Again, it's not his fault if he's being asked to play out from the back, and that is not his strength, and that's not why he was bought. I think he's a fantastic shot stopper. And I actually think he'd be quite good in a team under Moyes, for example, with a good defence in front of him, and he just worries about it. He's not the best on catching. Like, he's very suspect on that. But probably his shot stopping makes up for it. For our level of goalkeeper, I think he's fine. I do not understand this plan out from the back. I find it the most boring football I've ever watched. Passing out with a keeper who can't pass it, to then a defender in Mavropanos who is awful on the ball. That I don't know what you're doing to these people. You're just killing them. There's no point of it. And then you've got Wan-Bissaka playing on the wrong side all the time when you've got a left-back playing, like on the bench. None of it makes sense.
It makes sense, does it?
5-man midfield. Like we were playing with 9 defenders in most games.
Yeah.
Like it was like, it's outrageous. I don't know what's happened to Alvarez, but he was terrible last season.
Yeah, he had a stinker. He had absolute. He's just won player of the tournament in the old.
But that's what I mean. So I look at that and I go, it can't be a bad player. His first season, he wasn't a bad player.
No, I thought it was all right.
Always too rash.
Yeah.
And picks up too many bookings and red cards because you miss him too much. But what's happened to him? He doesn't look like he wants to be there.
No, exactly.
I think he fell out with Moyes. I think he fell out with Lopetegui. And I think he's fallen out with Potter as well. So why do we keep getting these bad eggs? It just doesn't. None of it makes sense to me, West Ham. As a club, we've clearly gone. We've regressed since Moyes, and obviously every other fan will say, "Oh, we told you so. You got what you deserve," and rightly so, to be honest with you. But we were promised when Moyes had gone that new manager to play a new style of football, like the forward-thinking football. We haven't been given it.
Oh, surprise, surprise. The board haven't delivered.
2 more defensive managers than Moyes. In actual fact, worse at it than he is as well.
So in hindsight, obviously there's a lot of fans, me and you probably not 2 of them, who were saying like he had to go. And maybe we were saying he had to go just because the fan base was completely split and it was probably the best thing to do.
That was why we ended up... We both loved Moyes.
So, and do you think, in hindsight now, if he was given the 150 million, say, that he was spent in the summer, where would the position would be now would be a whole lot better?
Here's my problem, and this is widely said about Moyes. Moyes takes too long on transfers and misses a lot of people. So that's that's the argument against him, to be honest with you. Well, he misses all these people. He don't get them in. You don't know which ones Sullivan bought in, the ones that go well seem that Sullivan bought in, and the ones that didn't go well, Moyes bought in, but you don't actually know. Do I think David Moyes could have put a team together better? Because, look, we wanted McTominay. We wanted Maguire. I do think we would have been a much better team with them 2 in it. Doesn't like youth, Moyes, and I think that was a big hindrance of him. But then neither do any of these other managers, to be honest with you, because they're always a couple of weeks away from getting a sack.
That as well, though, if they're good enough, Moyes would surely play them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Maybe they're not good enough.
I don't think they are good enough.
I do think David Moyes can build a much better side. I would have much more faith in him. We thought Tim Steidten was the man when he brought in Kudus and Alvarez. Tim Steidten ain't got another job. So, and I would be very shocked if Tim Steidten was rocking up anywhere else. He thought he was going to Liverpool at one point. I think people would look at the West Ham project and go, keep this man away from the club at all costs. Because that when you look back at last summer, our number 1 transfer target was John Duran, right? Who was 21, 22, whatever he was, pacey, hold the ball up, finisher, resale value. Our second option was Nicholas Füllkrug. No pace, no resale value, 32 years of age. So there was no plan. Like that just told you it was just basically, oh yeah, we'll take him. And it was panic stations and we done it again. And I like Füllkrug. I was actually really happy when we signed him. I thought he'd do a good job for us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think we're just happy whenever we sign a striker because we never get one. And it hasn't worked. Like, he's got the injuries. It hasn't worked. But I do think he'd be a good backup striker for us next year. But he won't be. He needs to be our main man because we are not going out and buying a load of players this year.
No.
It's the same old, we got no money, we got to sell. We've let everyone in the world know that we got no money and we got to sell. It's idiotic now. But I've got to be honest with you, I got to the point last year where I couldn't watch anymore. And I will always watch West Ham, but they are in the background now. It's not. I'm not even watching it anymore, and now I find it really sad.
Well, you feel like you're being mugged off, don't you? Because we love our club. We're so passionate about our club, and we just feel like the board are literally taking the piss out of the fans, and you just feel mugged off, and you don't let people mug you off. Do you know what I mean? And so it gives you a bad taste in your mouth, sort of thing.
And I've got to be honest with you, like I went to a few games last year, and the atmosphere was appalling. Crystal Palace was one of them. My God, spent a fortune because I had hospitality tickets.
Freezing cold.
It was freezing. The game was appalling. Like there was no songs, no atmosphere. Most people didn't return after half time, which seems to be the common theme of this year, where they just don't come back. Yeah. What's incredible is the West Ham fans still go every week.
Yeah.
To start. I'm surprised there hasn't been a bit more like anger towards the team. It seems like to me though, a lot of people just giving up.
Yeah, that's what the impression I'm getting as well. People are just completely fed up, and
I know quite a few people that haven't renewed their tickets next year.
Yeah, and even though I was thinking like I'm not enjoying going to watch it. Why do I keep renewing? But I just you just do it. But like why? I don't look forward to any games at the moment. It's a chore to go.
Do you know what I said to my son yesterday? I was actually like researching like teams who I'm going to follow next year, and like, I was looking, and I'm going to follow Napoli next year because I've always liked Italian football. But so I just said I fancy a new team to follow. Do you know this is the weirdest thing to ever say on a West Ham podcast? I actually looked at a Millwall game last year, and I thought, that and a half looked fun. That looks fun. You know, like in the fans and all that. Like, it's just like, if you're going to be crap and enjoy it. Do you think we go down this year?
I think we go very, very close. I think. You've seen Sunderland, how much money they're spending.
Spent 100 million so far, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's gonna depend.
Don't know one of the players.
What's that?
Don't know one of the players they've bought.
Yeah, no, same.
Load of money.
Yeah. But it depends. I think it will depend on how crap the teams are that come up. Because if the
one that worries me is Burnley had an amazing defensive record last year. I think they only conceded something like 15 goals last year.
Oh, ridiculous.
It was something very low. Now, if you've got, that tells me, and I don't know anything about Burnley, that tells me they probably don't play out from the back. But they are a strong defensive unit. It would surprise me if a team with that strong of a defence come up. Obviously, they're going to be against different people now, and not still have quite a good defence.
Yeah.
Which I think is a big thing, obviously, in the Premier League. But I think that team scares me because we have not got a good defence.
No, mate. We haven't got a good team. Like, I was going through it, and honestly, maybe Paquetá when he decides he wants to play, but only Bowen and Wan-Bissaka are the only two players I wouldn't want to lose from that team.
100%.
From that squad.
I actually
that is worrying.
Bowen he's getting there for like a proper legend status, and I don't know if he'll ever get it. Because it's weird with Bowen because you don't think of him. He kind of not chanted like that, but he really is. Every single week, without him, we are clueless.
Well, and we're so lucky that we're in a position with him that he's obviously married into West Ham family and stuff, and he loves the club, because any other player would be gone. And then
I think he goes to a top club. I don't think he goes Spurs. I know Spurs were saying, oh yeah, we'll take Bowen and things like that. I think he goes Liverpool. I think he goes Arsenal. I think he goes to City. I think he goes to one of them top clubs. I think he's that level of player. I really do.
Yeah,
and I think he's very unlucky with England, because I think if he plays for one of them top clubs, I think he actually probably pushes Saka out. He's fantastic. Like, everything about him is fantastic. His work rate, his tackling, his passing, Do I think he's a captain? Probably not in that sense. But I like him as the captain. Wouldn't have anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's brilliant. He's everything I love about football. Like left.
I totally agree. But if it was anyone else, we would be losing him. And then where would we be? And this is all because the club is run so badly. It's always so short-sighted. They've got no long-term plan. It's just embarrassing, and it's just rinse and repeat, and they haven't got a clue what they're doing, and they're taking the piss out of the fans now. Like selling, we should never ever be in a position to sell Kudus to Tottenham. No matter what, we shouldn't be in a position to sell him to Tottenham.
I know. Do you know what? And this week it's given the Spurs, and I ain't even bit with them, but it's given them their chance to mug us off and laugh at us, and whether he does well or not. Are you angry that Kudus has gone?
No.
Take out Spurs, right?
No,
Take out.
No,
we
I'm
knew
not
it was
angry.
happening.
I'm not. But even the sign of Kudus, I think he could be. He's got all the ability in the world to be a top player. But even he's a right-sided player. So why on earth did we sign him in the first place when we've got Bowen?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Completely
so he's
agree.
never ever played in his best position. Really.
Played about 3 games, I think, in it. When Bowen plays up front, sometimes he plays up there, doesn't he?
Yeah. So it's just anyway. But he didn't have a great season last season. He is a bit selfish. I don't think he's a team player at all. So I wasn't that upset. I think we could have got a little bit more money. But I wasn't that upset that he'd gone, and we needed
Didn't
to
play
raise
any
cash.
hardball, did we? It was all done within a couple of days. That's where you look at Daniel Levy. He would have got. He's got him at a good price, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And look, he had a bad season. He was terrible last year. He was dreadful. But what I will say with Kudus and even Bowen to put up points, if you watched us last year, we played around with the back so long that then we passed it to him, right? But when he finally got the ball, he's marked. So it made it him look worse, especially. Now, if Spurs play that counter-attacking football next year, where they break quick, and he's 1-1, or he hasn't got a man on him, I think he'll do very well.
Yeah,
that's
agree.
what he was under Moyes, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly how we played, wasn't it? And he was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do really well at Tottenham. I really do, which is very annoying. But I think he will do well. Although I don't know if he's going to become, a real top player.
No, I don't. I think he's going to be a no-cut. I think he's going to be a good middle of the road. Look, Paul Scholes said it last year, and I actually agree with him now. Spurs think they're doing all the business right now, but he said they're taking players from clubs that have at the bottom of the league, and that was when they bought Maddison, Solanke, and he wasn't wrong with it. Kudus is another one of those. Even Thomas Frank, he's a mid-table manager. They're not. We all think, Spurs are going to do stuff now. Like Morgan Gibbs-White would have been. Look, but I've seen today that there's been a big thing with Nottingham Forest. They've said it's an illegal approach. Yeah. Now, I bet that deal still happens because obviously the player's going to go and all that. They might get $1 million more or something like that. But I think Morgan Gibbs-White is a good signing for them, and I'm actually quite surprised he's wanted to go to Spurs. But it shows the power of Champions League. I think Kudus. I think we did need to get him gone because we needed to generate some money. But I heard today that all that money is going to players. But remember, Todibo we had to pay 35 million for. So we're minus 35 million already.
Well, this is what I was going to say. All this talk about how much we spent last summer, but when you actually break it down, I had a little look earlier. I think so. We spent 40 million on Kilman. I think it was about 20 million pounds on Fulkrug, 25 on Guilherme, 25 on Somerville, 15 on Wan-Bissaka,
35 to Debo.
Yeah, but Todibo was not last season, so that's this season. So it's about that without Todibo, it's about 125 mil. We sold Scamacca, Formals, Kera, Benrahma. So we generated quite a lot of money last season. So
Declan
we
Rice.
actually spent. No. So that was the season before, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So last season we actually spent in the summer around 70 mil, which is, it's not. It ain't
Well,
that much.
every list I look at doesn't have West Ham in any problem of PSR.
No, and we're not. That's the thing. We're not.
No,
So,
we are. No, we are. Big trouble.
No, we definitely are. Yeah.
Big trouble. And
And
that's
it's
what's
just
frustrating, isn't it? It's like
it's too
we
much.
don't
It's
know
too
the
much,
truth. The communication with the fans is bad again. Fans have seemed to give up. I actually thought this was going to be like light in the touch paper, the Kudus thing. But West Ham fans haven't gone that mad.
Oh, I don't know. Everyone,
But they have. But I thought it was going to be real big uproar.
No, but I think once the games start on that, I think it's going to get really bad. I really do, because I think the fans are completely at the end of their tether now, and like if the results don't come in, they're just going to go mad. I just know.
Graham Potter's in the firing line, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. If
Do you know what? I really like Potter as a person.
I do as well.
Seems
really
such a nice fella. I've got to say, he's just not a West Ham manager. It was last year when he spoke about he hoped Spurs win the trophy.
Oh my God, what's he doing?
He's just not understanding the club that you're with. And I'm probably the least person that thinks that West Ham managers should be West Ham players. I'm probably the least of that. But I do probably think that's what we almost need right now. I also, what are we as a club? Who are we? Like I'd love to be part of that. Who are we as a club? What are we? Like Man United have lost this massively. Like, who is Manchester United now? What are they? What style are they? What do they do? What is West Ham? Right? We want to be this academy of football, which we've never been in our lifetime. Probably only under Harry Redknapp was the only time that I can ever remember.
Yeah.
We don't produce young players. Like, the last striker I think we produced was Defoe.
Yeah.
Freddie Sears, Defoe is a good striker, and he wasn't even he was Charlton's. So going back before that, you're probably looking at Tony Cottee. Is the last striker West Ham actually produced, which is it's mind-boggling. Like Declan Rice, was he ours? Was he Chelsea's? Again. So then you're looking at Mark Noble and James Tompkins were the last academy players, really. We've had Ollie Scholes come in. Would you like to see us go with a clear direction of who we are, if we're not going to be going for this challenge and things like that, of seeing academy players? Or not?
What now? You mean now? Go?
Yeah, like right now, today. Like if you could change the club right now, like let's say we've got no money, we got to do something next year. We've got a little bit of money. We're not one of the big boys what we were 4 years ago of like the top half team. We're now bottom half team. What would you do to bring the fun back to West Ham?
I mean, definitely bringing in the youth. The fans would be on side with that, and they would
see. That's what I think. That's a no-brainer for me. For a West Ham manager.
I just worry if they're good enough, Sam. To be honest with you, that's the only thing. But the fans will definitely be on board, and they will definitely get behind the team if we've got a load of youngsters in it. Definitely. Are they good enough? That's the only question. But I feel you have to give some of them a chance. Definitely.
I'd say I think Graham Potter would earn a lot of points with that.
Yeah.
Say, look, we're going to struggle. We're probably going to struggle this year. We're going to change this club. We're going to take it forward. We need to work on youth. We need to become this. We've got to stop being a selling club. We've got to stop doing what we're doing. It's not working. And I think I always think West Ham fans are very open to honest. Like when people are honest with them, they're okay. But when, like with Craig Dawson, for example, he wanted to go back home. He was honest. They wished him luck and said, "We loved you. Go and do it." Yeah, I don't know who I'd choose as a West Ham manager. Scott Parker, Michael Carrick. Don't know. Personally, I still would have loved to have seen Jose. Yeah. I know he would have come as well.
Yeah.
You was out with him, weren't you? It was Joe Cole was telling us
Yeah. Yeah.
that Jose would have come to West Ham, and he would have had Coley with him there. How good would that have been?
I know.
Fans having Joe Cole on the bench. That's what I think West Ham fans like. All that.
Yeah. And while Moyes was there, he like all of his backroom staff, not all of the backroom staff, but a lot of the backroom staff were old.
Kev Nolan was there.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And
Stuart Pearce. You forget we had Stuart Pearce there.
I know, yeah. But because there is a huge disconnect, isn't there? Like there's a disconnect now with the team and the fans, and then the board as well. It's just
also the stadium, and it's something that I have always been a big fan of the stadium.
I know.
Always been a big fan.
You're probably going to say exactly what I'm thinking as well.
Last season when I went, firstly, the atmosphere is abysmal, but I will put that down to performance.
Yeah.
Because under Moyes, it was rocking in there.
Yeah.
Like, there was so many great nights in there. I went to loads of great games. I thought, you know what, I love this place. I've seen a lot about the ticket prices and things like that going around like with sport. In the hospitality area, where I can only say where I sit, went to Spurs. There was so many Spurs fans with Spurs shirts on, shouting Spurs like chants and things like that. Kids. It's foreigners.
Yeah.
Over there taking pictures and things like that. Sadly, I think this is all football. I don't think it's not a West Ham problem. No, it's an all problem.
Yeah.
Having the away fans behind a board is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in football because it's taken a massive bit of that atmosphere out of there. Don't actually quite understand it.
No.
We're the only ground that I've ever seen with it. Can understand putting a net between you. Even a bit of perspex if it has to be. But
yeah, we've seen that.
Why on earth would you put a board up? Doesn't make any sense, does it? But that experience of going to London Stadium now, for me, taking the kids, it costs a fortune. I won't be doing it as much.
No.
Like I got asked, am I going to the pre-season in America this year? And I said, you could not pay me to go to that. I went last year. It was the worst thing. It was the worst experience I've ever had. Hospitality. Actually, I went with, I met up with David Sutherland Jr. there, actually, and his hospitality was unbelievable. So not that side, but it was about 2,500 fans there, like in this big stadium. It was rubbish.
Yeah.
But a marketing guy said to me the other day, and I actually thought of this. Why? Like, football's gone marketing crazy and things like this, right? Why has West Ham never latched on to Ted Lasso? Like, Ted Lasso, have you ever watched it?
Yeah, I've watched some of it, yeah. I know people love it.
Yeah, and I personally don't, to be honest with you. It's not something that I find that funny. But he's West Ham manager in it, right? Ted Lasso is one of the biggest shows in the US, right? He's the West Ham manager, right? So you've got global rights. In the second season, he's West Ham manager.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How is West Ham not using that?
As a marketing tool, yeah.
For the States.
Yeah.
It's like, it was a marketing genius, actually, that said it to me. He said, they're missing the bug. And the guy actually owns Charlton. He said, they're missing the biggest trick I've ever seen. He said, they're the only team that have got a TV show with the managers being the West Ham manager. And he said, they don't use any part of it whatsoever. They don't have, you're not getting the American fans coming over. If you want to get that, like, go all in, well, then do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You could have made, you watch, our ticket sales would be terrible over it. No one knows us. Why would you go to go watch a West Ham game?
Exactly.
They don't like football over here anyway. Like, the Club World Cup hasn't sold out, so it's like, who's going to go to the West Ham, Bournemouth or whatever it is? West Ham, Everton. But yeah, madness. And but I don't know. For me, it doesn't look like we're even linked with a player.
No.
There's a guy from Slavia Prague.
Yeah, the Senegalese left wing back, who looks all right, but you never know till he gets here, sort of thing. But even that's proving a problem to get over the line.
Well, he's the Slavia Prague chairman apparently has made a statement today saying we don't know what West Ham is actually doing now. We'll concentrate on renegotiating his contract.
Why is it always like this? I will say under Stuyton was the only period where deals seemed to get done.
Without a doubt.
He used to get them over the line, didn't he, pretty quickly.
He did get them done.
I was just saying, other than that period, it's always the same.
There is probably a reason, though. It was because the clubs couldn't wait to get rid of those players.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Oh, don't get 2 flights. Get on the plane now. Go on. Yeah, you can go. Big old bag of cash over their shoulders.
Oh, Tadibo, they're like that.
But exactly. I can't say I'm looking forward to this season whatsoever. We've started the podcast because I think this year on the podcast as well, I think we should get other West Ham fans on to get their opinions of things, and get different ideas as well. I think that's a good idea. We want to hear from people. So if you listen, you want to become on, just let us know.
Yeah, it's definitely good to get some varied opinions because I think me and you think very much alike. So it would be good to get other fans' opinions.
Well, I call us realistic West Ham fans.
Well,
that we don't want to win the league. We don't think we're going to win the league.
No.
We were quite happy with Sam Allardyce. We were quite happy with David Moyes and that's something I've really looked into Moyes, like talking about him the other day. This is why I think Moyes was the best West Ham manager that we will ever get. Because he could work under the circumstances with the tools he had. He could work with being given players that he didn't wanted. Ben Rama, Danny Ings, like people, Skamaka, didn't want them. But he still made it work.
Yeah.
Now, he worked with a terrible training ground, not many scouts. Like all of that. And I think he worked with the Board hand in hand really well, actually. I think they both complemented each other. I actually don't. The Board, I know, did not want to get rid of David Moyes.
No, of course it didn't.
It was just made too bad. And I think Moyes didn't help himself. He was too stubborn in some certain things. And and ultimately, he hung himself, really. But I think if Moyes had come out and been a bit more, I won you a trophy every week, rather than saying we were piss poor today and that's not good enough.
Yeah.
That's all we need to say. I actually think West Ham managers as well. If I was West Ham manager and like say someone was going in to be a West Ham manager, I would say, kid the fans along. Go out. Give it that when you walk out.
Why wouldn't you?
So simple, isn't it? And West Ham fans will give you time just for that. Go out there, kiss the club's badge. Say, I love West Ham. I always have. They were my second favourite team growing up. And West Ham fans would give you so much time. It would be unreal, wouldn't it? I don't know why people don't do it. Because the West Ham fans, when they're on your back, are probably the worst in the league.
Oh.
And that's what makes us funny to everyone else, is because we turn on everyone. We don't really know what we want. And that is why we're a bit of a laughing stock.
Yeah, exactly that.
Well, putting on my Instagram a minute about this Kudus thing is like all the Spurs fans giving it to us about, we've nicked your best player. Where has Spurs got this new line? They use this new line, and you'll have seen it as well. One-sided rivalry. We don't even care about you. Like that's their new one, isn't it? Like,
yeah. I hear that.
You tits. Fuck off, will you? I hate Spurs. I absolutely hate them. I really do.
Oh, mate.
Hate everything about them.
Them winning that Europa League is just the worst thing that could have happened. It really is. Because they're so chirpy again, aren't they?
So chirpy. I can't wait for next season. They're going to get battered everywhere again. But they are just knobheads. Yeah. They know nothing about football. They are honestly the biggest know-nothings I've ever heard, Spurs fans. They go on about these players. Oh, he's going to be the next one. Harry Winks. Oh, he's better than Declan Rice. Shut up. They are literally the biggest planks on planet Earth. Next to Arsenal fans. Oh, I hate Arsenal fans now.
Well, I used to not mind Arsenal.
Me either.
In the last few years, I'm up there disliking them as much as Spurs.
They are They're worse than Spurs now, actually. It's only because I've got a long hatred for Spurs that it goes. But I'm exactly the same. I used to like Arsenal.
Yeah.
I cannot stand them. They are, again, clueless idiots. Like, they all think their players are the best in the world, and like we're the best at everything, and everyone's against us. It's like shut like that, honestly. I can't stand Arsenal fans.
Just deluded.
They are so deluded, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, at least we're realistic.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
We know we're crap.
Oh, mate.
So it looks like it's going to be a very good season next year.
I'm worried. I am worried. I mean, it's all going to hinge on recruitment, but we haven't got any money, so I don't know what we're going to. I don't know who we're going to sign.
Who would you like us to sign?
I don't know. It depends how much money we've got, but I mean, realistic. I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
what do we need most?
I actually think we need 2 box-to-box centre midfielders.
Agree. I think that's a like the non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Like we need that.
We
can maybe work around everything else if you have no. I'm talking about if you've got no money.
Yeah.
You obviously need a striker.
Well, this is another thing I was going to say. I've heard a priority is a left back, a goalkeeper, and a striker. I get the striker. I think they do want to sign a midfielder, but priority striker, left back, and goalkeeper.
See, a goalkeeper we can get around.
Well,
in my opinion, like you can use Areola, right? If you have got no money.
This is the thing. Like, why is that a priority? And plus, why didn't we just keep Fabianski as our number 2? Because then we wouldn't need to go out. Because it's not.
Why also didn't we buy Kepa for 5 million?
Or try to, yeah.
For £5 million. Like, why did we not buy Kepa?
We should not be making a goalkeeper a priority signing for this summer. There's so many other positions. You know what I mean?
We need a centre half as well.
Probably could do with a centre half as well.
I think we probably need 2. To be honest with you, is that I would have Kilman up for sale. I would have Tadiba up for sale and Mavropanos. I heard that he might go into Roma, which would be a blinder.
Again.
There, another one. He doesn't want to come back, apparently.
No.
I would sell Alvarez if we could.
I would, yeah.
Raise the money on them. But you've got to be able to... And then I'd replace them all with younger players.
Yeah.
They're the ones that I would definitely go and sell. If someone came in for Somerville, I'd sell him. If we could have a profit. I don't necessarily want to. I actually really like Somerville.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at... This team is awful.
Oh, so bad. So if Paquetá gets through his case and he's get found not guilty, I guess we should sell him as well, or would you keep him?
He was terrible last year.
He was.
He
was poor.
If we get big money for him,
I've never been his biggest fan, to be honest. I think he has moments where he's so good, but he's so inconsistent. He's always trying the
impossible.
The flash pass or whatever. And he's just not consistent enough. So if we could get big money, I think it's a no-brainer.
I would sell him. Souček, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't sell him.
No, I think he brings too much to us.
I wouldn't sell him.
Even if he's a backup. Ward-Prowse I would sell, if you could. Don't think you could. Okay, I think what you got to look at is you're losing money on players, but can you bring in something around? Like if you could, I think did we pay 30 for James Ward-Prowse?
Yeah.
Like let's say we could go and get 20 for him. But I think it's actually probably 15, isn't it, if you can get it.
Yeah.
And you can't replace him with a 15 million. So but that's where we need a scouting network, and we haven't got it.
Oh, mate, there's so many things that we haven't got, mate. It's just beyond a joke.
We got is it a new Italian scout or something we got now or something?
Yeah, apparently Potter's hired a new Macaulay. I think he's got a new Italian scout. I think this is where the links to this Italian goalkeeper has come from. Well, he's playing in the Italian league.
He's Japanese, I think, isn't he? Big old fella as well.
Yeah, apparently he's only young as well, and he's got a lot of potential. But again, they want 20 odd mil for him, and I don't want Ramsdale. No,
I don't think he's any better than Areola.
I'll take him on loan, but we can't. If we haven't got any money, we can't afford to pay money for him. For someone like
How
him.
long until this window goes until we see we're going for a player and then at the end, loan to buy?
Yeah. Oh no, that'll happen early on.
We'll get there. 30 million agreed. No, we're loan to buy. As he's literally signing the piece of paper. No. Loan to buy.
Actually, we'll change that. We'll change that.
West Ham United, we tried. Go for everyone, didn't they?
It's embarrassing though, Sam, isn't it? It's so
every season. We tried. Went for him, went for Messi. Bid 5 mil.
What about the old phantom John Duran bid in January? The old 50 and because they actually said we bid for him, didn't we? And then now we haven't got any money. So what is going on?
Why have we not gone and got him a loan? He's just gone to Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, hasn't
he? Yeah. Oh, Mourinho's.
Look, I do think he is a bad egg, probably, John Duran.
Yeah.
But we can't be picky now.
What's that?
We can't be picky.
No, we can't. And we've got to take risks, I think, a little bit as well. I mean, he's alone as well, so like.
Yeah, just get rid of it. What did you think? Finishing off Ferguson last year. I was actually quite excited when we got him, but then nothing.
Yeah, just didn't happen, did it?
I wonder why he just never played him.
No, I mean, I don't think he looked very good, to be honest. I think there was one game he come on, he looked all right, and I was quite excited, but he didn't really offer anything in any of the other games that I saw him. He just looks like a shadow of the former player.
Yeah, I've seen it. He's linked with
I think he's available
Celtic.
they're saying he's available for about 25, 28 mil. Would you gamble on that?
I would at 25 mil. I would.
Would you?
I know West Ham fans wouldn't be happy, but I actually do think if he started, I thought he was a really good player.
Oh, he looked unbelievable.
He did. He really did. He looked like a top striker. But he hasn't. Look, I do think I say, where'd you buy a striker for 25 mil?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Where are we going to get a striker for 25 mil?
I see Everton have just signed some fella from Villarreal for about 28 mil. Never heard of him. I think he scored 10 goals in the Spanish league last. He's only 22, but he hasn't really got a great goal scoring record. He scored 10 last season. And that's what I mean.
Would you go anywhere near Calvert-Lewin?
What's that?
Would you go anywhere near Calvert-Lewin?
If it wasn't for his injury record and because it's a free, I'd maybe go there, but not with his injury record. He's always injured, and it's just not worth it, is it?
You know the one who I would go for as a backup, Vardy.
All day long.
I think that's a no-brainer. If you haven't got any money, I'm talking about we ain't got any money, go and be a backup and actually probably play quite a bit.
I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's an absolute no-brainer.
Because Callum Wilson's got the injury problems.
Yeah.
You know we're getting Callum Wilson. You know it. You know he's coming. Right? We've wanted him for the last 10 years.
No, it will be a last-minute Antonio re-sign job.
No, I said that this morning. It's 100% Antonio will be re-signing him. His leg. We've heard from a specialist now. The old leg's unbelievable. He's taken the 12 grand a week we've offered him, so he is in.
That's definitely going to happen.
100%.
What's it? Carlton Cole, that sort of happened to.
Well, Carlton Cole went
back in the
Stoke,
day,
didn't he? And then Carlton Cole left and done the medical, I think, at Stoke, and then re-signed at West Ham for less money, didn't they?
Yeah.
Absolute legend. They took the piss out of him, really, like by giving him no money, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think it's when we went down to Championship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he could have stayed in the Premiership with Stoke.
No, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm just worried. Yeah, just worried, mate.
It's the first episode. We're both very, very, very worried. No signings. We've just lost Kudus. Hopefully, it can only get better from here. But no,
can't
West
get any
Ham,
worse.
It's going to get worse. No, I think it will get worse. So hold on to your hats. There's going to be a lot of moaning this year.
Oh, God. It's going to be fun and games down at the London Stadium this season.
And if you're listening and you do want to come on let us know, and we'd love to speak to more West Ham fans this year. I'd like to do that as a part of this, having other views and opinions on it. Do you know what? Actually, maybe next week we'll ask Segal, see if he fancies it. Steven Segal, we're gonna get the West Ham Steven Segal on here.
He'd definitely be up for it.
Right. Well, I will speak to you later. Depressing. We've picked up where we left off. I'm depressed already after talking about West Ham for an hour.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well, we're realists, aren't we, mate? So we just keep.
Just quickly before I came on, I listened to Dave Walker's rant about Kudus.
Oh, did you like that?
Did you hear it? It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Brilliant. I know Dave actually. He's a good mate, and he don't mince his words.
He's brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He really went mad. If you haven't heard it, go onto the West Ham Way and listen to Dave Walker's rant about Kudus. He really loses his rag about it.
He loses it.
He really does. He's like, fuck off, away from the club. Right, I will see you later, mate.
See you later on, Samson. Next week,
Take care.
Mate.